Brittany Hiller, your Manifesting Maven. Today we're going to talk about concentrating on the what, not the how. What does that mean? It means this. When you are manifesting, you are always manifesting. When you are manifesting intentionally, you are very clear on what it is you want to receive. Now, what happens is sometimes we get into the nitty-gritty of the left brain, logical mindset, meaning we concentrate on how we're going to receive it. And we get into this place where I like to call is the wall. It blocks us from receiving what we want. Because we're concentrating on, in order to get what we want, we need to have X, Y, and Z first before we receive what we want. What does that look like? For example, I'm going to tell you a little story. This one is the manifestation process I used to manifest my book, The Little Laughing Yogini. The Little Laughing Yogini is a children's book, beautiful illustrations, super freaking cute, and it's a really fun story that came to me. Now what happened was I was on a really fun vacation, so already I'm having a good time with my husband, and we were celebrating our anniversary. Again, good time, fun things. I had this really interesting poem going through my head at 6 o'clock in the morning, so I got up and I wrote it down in my notebook. And when he woke up, I shared with him this poem, and he said, "It sounds like you have a children's book there." And I was like, what? I didn't even know that was possible until he said that. And I was like, that's a great idea. And instead of getting into the doldrum of conversation with myself saying, I need an agent, publishing is so difficult, I'm going to need a lot of money in order to be able to purchase an illustrator and an editor, I don't think I can do this. Instead of getting in my own way with things like that, I got into the playfulness, curiosity mode. And so what that looked like for me was I asked myself, what would it be like to create this into a children's book? I wonder, And then I asked friends. I just kept asking questions. I asked friends who had published a book, what did it take for you to do this? And they said simple things like, oh, well, if you have a book, it's going to come to you, which it did. And then another friend suggested that I go to workshops so that I can receive an agent in order to do it. And that just didn't seem fun for me. That seemed like a lot of work. And that wasn't really how I wanted to manifest my book. So I kept going forward. Now, mind you, this was like 4 months later since the first, what would it be like to receive a book with this little poem? And I was at a women's workshop where I was able to speak and share laughter yoga. While I was there, I also had a booth, and a woman came to my booth and she shared with me her business card. Now, the front of the business card had a 90 days to create a course on it, and I hadn't looked at the back of her business card. It wasn't until like 2 weeks later that I looked at the back of her business card and it said 90 days publishing. I was like, oh my gosh, this is really happening. So I emailed her, again, questions. Not how much is it, what is it going to take? It was just questions such as, do you publish children's books? And she said yes. And she said, I also have an illustrator that I can set you up with. What? Okay. Met with the illustrator. His team was amazing. As you can see, amazing. Isn't she me? Yeah, she's me. So we developed this beautiful book together. And from that development, again, I was just constantly in the flow of playfulness and curiosity. What would it be like to make this happen? I never had to get an agent. I never had to go to workshops. I didn't have to spend a ton of money. And she became reality. And she sold to this day on Amazon. You can grab your own copy. And from that book, I was open up to even more possibilities, such as sharing yoga with children in schools and libraries, going up and down the Southeast and touring with this book, soon to create a television show based on it, and so much more. Like, this is amazing what happens when you manifest from a state of playfulness and curiosity. Instead of getting into the logical writing a whole entire plan out and it must be this way. When you get into the space of what else is possible, you're going to be opening up yourself to receiving things in ways that you never even imagined. So I wanted to share that with you, because what happens is often we'll get in our own way of how we are going to receive it instead of concentrating on what it is we want to have. Another example of this is we'll get in our own way by thinking we need to have a lot of money in order to receive the thing. So what if you took this moment to just concentrate and shout out in the comments down below what it is that you really desire to receive in your life? And then look at your limiting beliefs around that, such as, in order to have a new car, I need to have money. Instead of that, you can get into the playful mode of Googling the kind of car you want to have, or going and test driving the kind of vehicle that you want, or asking, maybe there's vehicles out there that people are willing to get rid of, or there's so much more. I've personally received 2 cars as gifts in my life, meaning I didn't pay for them, they were given to me. And so this can happen for you too. It's being in that playful mode and concentrating on the what, and then visualize for yourself that you are receiving it. Visualize yourself receiving it. I pictured her to be real before she was real. And it happened. Like, it's just so cool how this works when we let go of the how. When we let go of the fact that we feel we need to be in control 100% in receiving or how we receive something, we don't. That's what's so fun about manifesting. Now, when you are intentional with manifesting, you're concentrating on what you want to receive more so than you're concentrating on the how it needs to happen. Take that in real quick. Yeah, you're concentrating on the what you want to receive more than the how it needs to happen. And that can be scary for some of us, because we're really the type of person that wants to be in control of everything, and you can't be. And when you let go of that notion that you have to be in control of everything, it's amazing the floodgates open. It's amazing what starts to show up in your life. It's amazing how things begin to show up in your life, the ways that you would never even imagine. And so what I like to personally do is put in a level of fun. Make it fun for you. So whatever it is that you're attempting to manifest, make it fun. So like I said, if you're trying to manifest a car, go out and test drive the car. Have fun with it as you test drive it. Yeah, let yourself be in this state of play. Play is powerful when it comes to manifesting. In our next episode, we're going to chat about receiving, because sometimes when we receive, we lose. And when we lose what we've received, it's because of this one simple step that wasn't taking place. And I'm going to share with you that one simple step in this next video. So until I see you then, have a beautiful day, and I will see you in the next video.